That's when the man perked up and mentioned how he forgot to show her the basement. He explained how he was just recently...
Nah, bro. Amanda?
What the
did I say, Amanda?
3 grown muscular men will not get scared.
Let's check it out.
To it. Oh, nah.
Bruh.
In November of 2013, a Reddit account that's since been deleted made a post on the Let's Not Meet subreddit. r/Let's Not Meet is a subreddit where people share actual true scary encounters they've experienced. The poster explains how he had just found the subreddit and wanted to post an experience of his own.
Let's go back a little bit.
He lived in is a subreddit where people share actual true scary encounters they've experienced. The poster explains how he had just found the subreddit and wanted to post an experience of his own. He lived in Brisbane, Australia at the time.
Brisbane.
He recalls how his dad had just purchased Foxtel, which was cable TV in Australia. Only the TV in the lounge room could use the cable box, but the poster really wanted to use it in his room downstairs. He didn't want to buy a second cable box, so he instead opted to buy an AV transmitter, a much cheaper option. An AV transmitter was basically a 2-part piece of hardware. One piece would connect to the cable box upstairs in the lounge room, and the other would connect to the TV back downstairs. It would then transmit a wireless signal. This would allow him to receive a video signal to his TV downstairs. The first image in the post shows the TV in the room on the dresser. The poster goes on to explain how he and his sister were the only ones home when he decided he wanted to try and set it up. He connected the AV transmitter to the cable box upstairs and to his TV downstairs, but it wasn't working. He tried changing the channel, switching around the cables, nothing was working.
Brother needs to go to Radio
That's when he remembered
Shack.
that the cable box upstairs wasn't even plugged in, so obviously it wasn't going to work. But the screen then started fuzzing in. After a while, a bedroom could be seen on the TV.
Uh-oh. What the
Immediately,
hell?
he pulled out his phone and took a picture. At first, he thought it was his bedroom, so he ran out. He went upstairs to tell his sister. They later went back down. The TV was still getting a signal, but they had no idea how. The AV receiver plugged in was somehow receiving a live feed.
Ooh.
They were able to confirm that it wasn't the poster's bedroom, or any bedroom in
Is
the
that a
house.
little kid bit?
They waited until their parents got home.
I think that's
When
the
they did,
post.
they took
Oh,
a
the
photo.
post.
All of them went down to the TV. This time, there was a man in the bedroom. The poster took another picture. He then explained how his dad recognized the man as one of their neighbors. Somehow the AV transmitter was receiving
Looks
their
like
neighbor's
he's playing
camera
like
feed.
Clash right now,
He could be
It
playing
does look
Clash.
like-
Alright,
He started
dog.
feeling kind of weird having access to this. The poster went on to explain how their neighbors had been having renovations done to their house. Workers would be at the place pretty much
Why
all
would he
day.
be in their house?
They again tried turning on the TV to fix the signal.
Bro, turn this
It
TV
was still
off.
showing the
Turn
neighbor's
this
bedroom.
TV
But
off.
this time they saw the neighbor's plumber. Eventually he went right up to the camera and looked directly down the lens. He started messing with it before putting it back.
This
He
is the
put it
Poster's
back.
dad
Kendrick
told
was
their neighbor
talking
about the camera, but they had no idea what he was talking about. He convinced them to let him go up to the room to try and find the camera. Hidden in the wall, he did find it.
What
They immediately called the police.
Hidden
Poster
in
didn't
the
hear anything more for
wall?
the next week, but they eventually asked their neighbors whatever came of the situation. Apparently, the police camped out by the house each night and found that one car in particular would always park right next to it at the same time.
Ooh.
A man inside would pull up his laptop, but not get out of the car. He
Ooh.
would drive off before the sun came up.
In the
And it was
daughter's
discovered to be
room?
The plumber, the man who planted the camera. That's where the post ends. In a reply comment, the poster confirmed the man was arrested, but he doesn't mention what he all got charged with.
Hopefully, like,
Under the prison.
yeah. That one is just scary and disturbing enough to be like, it's believable.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like ghost stories, I don't really give a fuck for, but like creepy weirdos like that
Yeah.
shit creeps. Hopefully there's a story in here like this, but the attic stories, those freak the fuck out of me.
yeah. When there's like, there was
Oh,
someone
yeah.
living in there. for,
Someone
like,
was
yeah,
living in the
yeah.
walls or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Has ever actually happened to you? One of the top comments is a guy who recalls a set of disturbing experiences he had throughout his life. He says they're 100% true, and even shares a video he took as supporting evidence.
Okay, let's
He
see
starts
it.
by sharing an experience he had when he was 8 years old. It was 11 p.m., and he was walking his dog with his mom out in his neighborhood, which was in Lansing, Michigan. He said it was quiet that night.
Bigfoot.
All of a sudden, he could hear this whistling sound coming from a nearby swamp. His mom heard it too. He said at first it sounded like a bird, but the whistle had a more human-like tone and wasn't really consistent, making him think it was a person. He remembers his mom looking very concerned and immediately changing directions back towards the house.
Huh.
That was the first experience. The second happened 2 years later. He was again taking his dog for a walk out late at night,
Bigfoot.
this time alone. He heard the whistling again, and immediately remembered how he felt the first time he heard it 2 years ago. He
Why are
sprinted
you
back to the
going
house.
there?
I would have been dipped.
Nothing would
I
happen
would
for
have
years
been
after that.
dipped.
He was now 24 and had moved away from Michigan to South Dakota. For
Ain't
the
nothing
4th
out
of
of
July,
over
he
there.
and his girlfriend decided to sit along the bank of the Missouri River, a somewhat popular spot to watch fireworks from a distance. Most of the other people had moved upriver to get a better view, leaving them pretty much alone. That's when he once again heard whistling, reminding him of the 2 experiences he had years ago now when he was a kid.
What?
This time he pulled out his phone and started
I
recording.
got demons following him.
It picked up the whistling. He attached the recording to his reply comment.
Oh, this is it.
It sounds so close though. It sounds like
He could be doing it. Or he could be like, or something. Is he whistling?
Bruh.
I'm calling cap on this one, JVERSE.
He questions his girlfriend, hoping that this time it was just
It
her.
sounds like it's right next
It
to
wasn't
him.
her.
I'm
Like,
calling cap on this one.
The whistling continues.
I'm calling Kaepernick on this
Eventually,
one.
the 2 of them hear slight paddling out in the water. He turns the camera, and in the darkness, you can just barely make out a man in a canoe slowly paddling towards them.
What? It sounds
That's
close.
way too loud.
No. I can see 4 pixels. That's what I can make out.
That's
Also,
what the video
whistling.
Yeah.
But he did say that when the man got close enough to the shore,
This
he
one ain't
stood up and
hitting.
yelled out, "Who are you?" To this, the man then simply turned around and started slowly paddling back towards the way he came without saying a word.
Okay.
That was
show
the
me
last time he
footage.
ever heard the whistling. He still doesn't know what to make of it. To think somebody would have stalked him all those years from Michigan to South Dakota doesn't
they
exactly
didn't.
seem the most likely.
They
But
didn't.
it's-
yeah, I'm sorry, but the
Basically
whistling.
ends the reply comment with many unanswered questions. Like, who was the guy in the canoe? And was it the same guy he heard whistling when he was a kid? What does the guy want from him? He doesn't know the answers to these questions,
Cap.
but he says that he still worries that he might sometime hear the whistling again.
Even if the whistling is true and the guy's not lying, that kind of whistle's just too.
I wanted
like,
to take a minute to talk about this video
ambiguous.
sponsor.
The video made it to where I was like, okay, so it's either him doing it or like he's just trying to get like engagement on Reddit or something. Because
Yeah.
bro, the whistling from afar does not sound like that. Are you whistling right now?
We caught your ass capping.
Roommate wanted, female only. This is the title of a Craigslist ad a girl named Amanda had seen while looking for a place to rent. The post consists of her detailed experience.
On Christmas Eve.
Amanda was browsing the internet when she came across the ad.
Amanda.
The listing was for a room in a house for $225 a month, which was pretty cheap for the area.
That's extremely.
You're seeing females only though. That's immediate no. Like,
Well, girls do that.
Amanda
though.
would get
It's
her-
true.
Girls that want girl roommates only.
But would they put it in the title?
Craigslist ad
Yeah,
only
I
had
see that
one
all the time on
picture.
Facebook Marketplace.
There's a
Okay.
picture of the outside of the house. There were no pictures of the inside. But
No
still
pictures of the
Amanda
inside
sent
is
an email
sus
to
as
the
hell.
occupant. In less than an hour, she got an email back with all the details and the time to stop by. The time said 8 p.m., past when it would have gotten
Nope.
dark.
Nope.
In the
Nope.
email, the occupant sent this with
If you
protection
go, I
built
mean,
in.
it's on you. If you
It's
get
on you.
killed.
So that night at 8 p.m., Amanda arrived at the house.
Amanda, you're a
She walked up to
dumbass.
the
You're
front door
stupid,
and was met by a
Amanda.
handwritten note that said, "Door broken, use back door." She started walking around.
No, because this shit pissed me off.
Amanda.
Note that said, "Door broken, use back door." She started walking around towards the back, and as she did, she noticed how unkempt the place.
Amanda, bro.
Amanda, what are you doing?
Are we dead ass?
Yeah.
Your rent better be
The
free.
windows were covered in dust, and the grass was way overgrown. She knocked on the back door. An older man opened it. At first,
Amanda, you have these survival instincts of probably
A
like,
walnut.
literally
A
a paperclip, dog. Like, what?
thought she was at the wrong house.
You're like light work for
If she
someone like
goes
him.
in this dude's basement,
First, she
it's
thought she was at the wrong
over.
house. But the guy went on to explain how he was the landlord, and that the occupant asked him to show her around. The post described him as clearly in his 40s, unshaven, and a guy who looked like he lived in his car.
Lester.
A bit hesitant, Amanda stepped inside and allowed the man to give her a tour.
Alright,
Immediately, she
dog.
noticed the place had no furniture whatsoever. There was only one light on, lying in the kitchen. The
May as well
landlord
say
answered
like a
questions,
shopping
but was
board or
irritable
something.
keeping lights on for too long. The landlord would answer questions, but was irritable to keeping lights on for too long. He rushed her around, only letting her look
Are
at
the
rooms for a
walls
few
painted in
seconds.
blood or something?
They eventually got to one room that the landlord wouldn't open. He said it was the occupant's room and that she wouldn't want them to go in there. As they were heading back to the living room, Amanda noticed a plank nailed across the front door. She tried to get out of there, thanking the owner for the tour and heading back towards the back door. That's when the man perked up and mentioned how he forgot to show her the basement. He explained how it was just recently.
Nah, bro. Amanda?
What the
Marie.
fuck did I say, Amanda?
Amanda perked up and wanted to go see what that was looking like, bro. Barbarian down
for
there.
a great rec room. He was standing between her and the back door. She felt like she had no other choice.
Oh,
The basement door was
really?
ladies first as he motioned her downstairs. Just then, an unrelated car parked outside on the street. At the exact same time, Amanda received a text on her phone. She pretended it was a call and faked the conversation about her friend being outside waiting to pick her up. She quickly excused herself, leaving the back door and now full on sprinting to her car.
Good job, Amanda.
When she got home, she called the cops. She tried going back to the Craigslist ad, but it was deleted.
No shit.
Turns out the house had been foreclosed over 6 months earlier. The property was completely abandoned. There was never any real occupant or any real room to rent. The room the man didn't want to show her on the tour turned out to be the room he lived in. But the worst part was the basement. Police found a piece of fishing line at shin level strewn across the stairs about halfway down.
And what?
There was no furniture down there.
Fishing line shin level to like trip you.
Home Alone trap.
Legos like sprinkled.
Bro, I am not
upstairs.
getting tripped by no fishing line. I'm saying, oh,
Yeah.
Or it's like breaking as I try to like walk through it.
Harry and Marv would fall for that, but
There was
police
nothing
found
but a pile of
Legos
old
on the
blankets,
ground.
wrapped in leather belts, and a small box with rolls of duct tape. The poster never mentioned if the man was caught or not.
Put that man under the prison.
Amanda, you are the dumbest person, if this is real, by the
Yeah.
way. Why do people do that? I don't. There are people out there, by the way, that would absolutely like
Oh yeah, that's such an easy
like
lick.
fold to that or something. Like
You should have been able to tell from the first picture, dog.
Yeah.
And then that backyard, dog.
at 8 p.m.
14. Jenny, a single mother, would make a post on Reddit titled Experience Using Sleep as Android app. Sleep as Android is an app that's supposed to help you improve your sleeping habits. It's basically a more
Is
advanced
this an
alarm,
ad bit?
and will track your sleep cycles and wake you up at the most beneficial time.
it's definitely
One of the
not.
features of the app is that it records audio during the night. In the post,
Ooh.
Jenny explains how she had
I've
that
used
for a
an
few
app like
months.
that.
What is it? What does it do?
Oh.
It just records your like snoring or if you talk.
Ugh.
So it'll pick up at certain, and it's not like 8 hours long. It'll
It'll just get the
It'll
parts
only
that, like-
trigger when it reaches a certain decibel
Oh,
level.
Nope.
So I know where this is going.
You during the night.
That is so
In the
creepy.
post, Jenny
Yeah.
explains how she had the app for a few months. She would sometimes review the audio, but all she ever heard was herself coughing, moving around in bed, stuff like that. That was until one night. And at 2:04 a.m., the app caught something different.
What the
He was
hell?
going through the recordings to delete
Did a
them.
jet take off?
She posted the audio along with the Reddit post.
Oh nah.
Clearly, a male voice can be heard responding to Jenny's sleep talking. She says, "What are you doing?" To which another voice
What are
quickly
you
replies,
gooning?
"Nothing." Some clicking sounds then start up before the voice speaks again, although it's not clear what's said this time. The only two people in the room that night were Jenny and her 3-year-old. But the voice that's talking sounds much deeper, something that neither Jenny or her 3-year-old could have replicated. One Redditor took it so far as to test this. In a post titled, "The voice in the famous sleep app recording is not the woman talking to herself," he gives proof to prove his point. He basically goes into detail about how the human voice works, and that the pitch of the
Unemployment
voice in
final
the audio
boss
could have
facts.
been replicated by the woman. Her voice was just too high. He even reached out to her and got further samples of her voice to confirm this.
Oh.
This
Maybe
led
it was
many to
him,
believe
bitch.
that she was the victim of a home invasion, and that someone was in the process of searching her bedroom for things to steal. but to this day we still don't know. The man in the audio clip was never identified.
So you think it was a weird sounding fart?
I think it
Angel?
might have been a weird sounding fart. That's my theory.
Yeah. Okay.
You didn't really hear much. You just heard like a little like.
Yeah.
Right.
Like. I don't know.
But I mean, the unemployment.
I don't understand it. Was she awake saying, "What are you doing?"
No, sleep talking.
Bro, she said that like she was like up and like peppy and
Up
awake.
and peppy.
Yeah.
I wonder how the like robber was feeling after hearing that.
The
Getting
robber
robbed.
might have been like, "The fuck."
If I was robbing a place in their bedroom and I heard, "What are you doing?"
I'm low-key out. Yeah. I'm low-key out.
I'm feeling like.
In 2012, an Ask Reddit thread was posted with the title, "What's the creepiest true story someone has ever told you?" A comment that has since been deleted by the user recounts an experience her parents had
Always
told
has
her
since
when they
been
had
deleted.
unknowingly encountered the serial killer Ted Bundy on their first date. It was around the time of the date where
I
the
think
two
I've
were
heard
sick
this
at night,
story.
when the male in the situation suggested they go for a midnight hike up Provo Canyon in Utah.
Who is doing that, dog? Who is going on a midnight hike on a first
Midnight
date?
hike is a actual like probably 30% chance you will get murdered in the
I
forest.
would say
Like,
more than that, dog.
What are you
Even
doing?
if I know the person, I'm like, this motherfucker's trying to kill me.
She agreed, so they drove up to the mouth of the canyon, got out, and started hiking with only the light provided by the moon. The two started getting a bad feeling when they came up to a section of path under some trees, which had no access to light. The path was almost pitch black, but they continued on. As they kept walking, the man felt his foot hit something soft directly in the middle of the path.
Yeah, I've heard this
It was too
story.
dark to see anything. Instead of inspecting it, the both of them agreed to turn around and run back to the car. They soon forgot about it, until many years later, after being married for some time, when they were watching an interview with Ted Bundy around the time he had been captured. The interviewer asked him to describe the time that he felt the closest to being caught. Ted Bundy proceeded to explain the night that he lured a girl into Provo Canyon and took her life. He said that shortly after, he heard a couple walking up the trail and managed to hide in the trees just before they would have been able to see him. A man then walked directly into the woman's body, but for some reason just turned around and walked away. The
No.
poster's father had walked directly into a corpse without even realizing it. The serial killer Ted Bundy was only feet away from him, and he had no idea. That was where the reply comment ended.
No. I'm not gonna
bro.
lie. Ted Bundy was low-key kind of twinky. I feel like I would put Buddy on his ass. Like, look at his like player build.
yeah.
If you're stepping on a dead body and going, and instead of like turning on a flash to look at it, you're going, no, let's go. Like,
I don't blame them though, because
bro,
what if
if
they
I
didn't
stepped
have
on something
weapons?
squishy,
Because you're in the woods.
You're saying
and
you would have tried to look around and find Ted Bundy?
You're either thinking it's a body or like some dead animal or something. Like,
Bro, I'm dipping. I'm not trying to find the culprit. I don't have a weapon on me.
well, but also, did they not have a flashlight?
they said they had no source of light. They were just using moonlight. I
What the
guess.
fuck are they doing?
Yeah. But also, how would they see? They said it's pitch black.
That one maybe sounds like, because it was a since deleted user, that one maybe sounds like they were trying to make, they probably heard the
They
Ted
probably
Bundy
heard the story
and then try to make it seem like.
You're right. What did y'all think is the scariest story?
Did y'all think these were real?
The only one that almost sounded kind of like the most real was the first one. The other one, like, Amanda, you are a dumbass. I think that might be real, but like stuff like that. It's like, all right.
Comment down below what suggestions you have, and have a fantastic day.
Love you.
Boo!